When you hear the word millionaire, what kind of person do you picture? Maybe someone working on Wall Street, a tech expert from Silicon Valley, or someone born into a rich family flying in private jets. What you probably don't imagine is someone in a blue uniform, sweeping floors or working at a gas station. But that's exactly what makes Ronald Read's story so surprising. A report from CNBC revealed that 3 janitors quietly built up millions of dollars, and Ronald's case was the most impressive. He worked for years as a janitor and a gas station worker, jobs that usually pay very little. Today, the average janitor makes about $32,000 a year, which is just enough to cover basic living expenses. Still, when Ronald died, he left behind an investment portfolio worth nearly $8 million. What's even more shocking is that nobody around him knew. He drove an old car, wore simple clothes, and lived in a small house. Only after his death did people discover his secret. His money was invested in big, reliable companies that paid him regular income. And that teaches us an important lesson. It's not about how much money you make. It's about how smart you are with what you have. Before we dive into the 4 simple money habits that helped Ronald grow his wealth in silence, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icon. These strategies work no matter how much you earn or what kind of education you have. Pillar 1. Live below your means. Ronald A.'s story isn't just rare. It is a plan that anyone can follow if they are serious. The first key to building wealth is learning to spend less than you earn. This doesn't mean being cheap or living miserably. It means being smart with your money. Every dollar should have a purpose. Ronald didn't save just to save. He avoided spending on things that didn't matter because he had a long-term goal. In a world where people buy things they don't need with money they don't have, living frugally is powerful. And it works. Pillar 2. Invest regularly without fear. Saving is important, but it's only the first step. What really grows your money is how you invest it. Ronald's second secret was investing every year, no matter what was happening in the market. He didn't try to get rich quick. He bought reliable stocks and held on to them for years. Even when markets dropped, he didn't panic. That kind of discipline is rare. Let's look at a simple example. If you invest $3,000 every year from age 18 to 65 and earn an 8% return, you'll have about $135 million. Pillar 3. Let time and compound interest work for you. Compound interest is what makes small investments grow into huge amounts over time. It's often called the 8th wonder of the world because of how powerful it is. Here's how it works. If you invest $5,000 a year for 30 years at 8% growth, you'll have a little over $730,000. If you keep going just 4 more years, you pass $1 million. That's an extra $300,000 just by being consistent a bit longer. Compound interest doesn't grow your money in a straight line. It speeds up over time. Ronald didn't get rich fast. He invested slowly and let time do the heavy lifting. He started young, kept going into old age, and gave his money decades to grow. Many people give up too soon or underestimate how much time helps. But the truth is, every year you stay invested, your money works harder for you. It might not feel exciting, but the math is on your side. Stay in the game long enough, and the results will shock you. Real-life example, Warren Buffett's secret. To really understand how compounding works, just look at Warren Buffett, the world's most famous investor. Today, he's worth over $160 billion. But here is what most people don't know. Almost 99% of that wealth came after he turned 60. At age 30, he had about $1 million. By age 60, around $3 billion. After that, his wealth exploded. Why? Not because he's the smartest investor alive, but because he invested for more than 80 years. If he had stopped at 65 like most people, he would still be rich, but not world famous. His real strength wasn't picking stocks. It was patience. And that's the same thing Ronald did. He didn't try to be a genius. He just gave his money time to grow. That's a powerful message. If you start early, keep going, and don't panic. You'll likely do better than most people who try to beat the market. Pillar 4. Build more than one income stream. Living simply and investing smartly are key, but the real boost comes when you earn money from more than one source. According to a study by author Tom Corley, 65% of self-made millionaires have at least 3 streams of income. The more ways you earn, the faster your wealth grows. Ronald knew this, even if he didn't say it in financial terms. Besides working, he earned money from stocks that paid dividends. He owned shares in 95 companies, many of them big names like Johnson & Johnson and Procter & Gamble. These companies paid him money regularly and he reinvested it all. That's one income stream. Others include earning interest from savings, renting out property, or starting side projects. Today with the internet, you can sell a product, offer a service, or even rent out your car. Millionaires don't rely on just one paycheck. They create multiple ways to earn. And you can too. Conclusion: Ronald Read's story isn't about luck. It's about using simple rules that anyone can follow. He lived on less than he earned, invested early and often, gave his money time to grow, and added new income streams over time. These steps won't make you rich overnight, but they will make you rich over time. Ronald didn't have a big salary. He didn't inherit money. He didn't invent something or start a company. He just followed a basic formula and stuck to it. That's why this story matters. Because if someone with a low-paying job and no special advantages can build an $8 million fortune, then maybe, just maybe, so can you. The only question is, will you start now or wait and regret it later? Subscribe for more strategies to grow wealth from scratch. Don't forget to like, comment your biggest insight, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video.